Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers and Assistant Ministers, the Honorable Leader of Opposition, Honorable Members of Parliament, viewers tuning in live on this live broadcast, students present in the gallery, Isayanda Winaka. Honorable Speaker, please allow me to convey my best wishes to all the girls who will be representing their various netball teams in the primary school netball tournament in Lambasa today, to the Suva teams, better known as the Korturanganetas, to the team coaches, the managers, and to the parents who are in Lambasa to cheer the girls on. To my daughter Makereta and her under 9 Suva viewer team, all the very best in your game today, Nungulewa. I also wish to convey my well wishes, Honorable Speaker, to the under 18 of Ratukandavulevu School, who are currently in Fukuoka, Japan, and will be playing their first game today in the Senix World Rugby Youth Tournament. Still on rugby, Honorable Speaker, may I congratulate the Honorable Nyundamu for being appointed as the President for Ra Rugby Union. Honorable Speaker, I rise before this August House to highlight the significance and successful celebration of the International Day of Forests 2026, and more importantly, to highlight the significant impact that this event has had on the people of Kandavu, the forestry sector, and the broader economic development agenda of our nation. Honorable Speaker, this year's celebration was held on the 20th of March 2026 at Namalata Central School in Vunisia, Kandavu, under the internationally recognized theme, Forests and Economics and Economies. Honorable Speaker, this was a ceremonial gathering and a strategic national engagement that demonstrated in very practical terms the direct relationship between our forest resources and the livelihoods, incomes, infrastructure, resilience, and future prosperity of our communities. The choice of Kandavu as the host venue was both timely and significant, Honorable Speaker. Kandavu stands as one of Fiji's most important forestry provinces, particularly in relation to pine development, reforestation initiatives, and community-based forestry enterprises. The province continued to demonstrate how sustainable forest management can directly support local economies while preserving the natural environment for future generations. Honorable Speaker, the theme Forests and Economies is highly relevant to Fiji's current forestry development priorities. Forests are not merely environmental assets, they are economic assets. They provide timber resources, support downstream processing industries, create employment, sustain transport and access infrastructure, and generate income for landowners and communities. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry's engagement in the days leading up to the celebration involved direct consultation and project visits across multiple districts, including Sanima, Laveva, Yale, Nambukelevu, Tabuki, and Nakasaleka. These consultations, Honorable Speaker, reinforced one clear message from the people, that forestry remains a central pillar of community livelihood and economic resilience. Honorable Speaker, communities consistently emphasized the importance of sustainable plantation management, access roads, nursery support, and improved market opportunities. This consultation process, Honorable Speaker, was an important economic exercise because it ensured that policy direction and investment priorities are informed by the needs of the Vanua and the local landowners. Honorable Speaker, during the ministerial visit from the 16th to the 19th of March this year, a number of significant development interventions were undertaken across Kandavu. These activities demonstrate the direct and measurable impact of forestry on local economies. In Nangara Ono, the ministry participated in the groundbreaking ceremony for a newly constructed jetty to facilitate pine development activities. This infrastructure investment is critical. It improves logistical movement, reduces transportation barriers, and directly supports timber and forestry operations. Honorable Speaker, improved access infrastructure translates into lower transport costs, better market access, and faster movement of forestry products. In economic terms, this enhances productivity and profitability for both communities and industry stakeholders. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry further facilitated the handover of a Fiji Pine Trust outboard motto, which will improve mobility for communities and support livelihood activities. Honorable Speaker, this is a practical example of a forest-linked capital support that strengthens economic participation. In Tiliva Nakasaleka, the ministry handed over a pair of bullocks, timber treatment chemicals, and diesel fuel to support village development and rural livelihood activities. Honorable Speaker, in addition, the team witnessed progress on rural housing initiatives involving the construction of 9 houses for the people of Tiliva village. These interventions, Honorable Speaker, reflect how forestry development extends beyond trees and plantations. It directly contributes to social infrastructure, mobility, and household welfare. Honorable Speaker, one of the most moving and economically significant outcomes of the Kandavu engagement was the opening of the forest road to the school in Nasengai, Ravitaki. By improving access to schools, the forestry sector is directly contributing to education outcomes and long-term national productivity. When rural students are able to access education safely and consistently, the benefits extend far beyond the village. This is economic development in its truest form, Honorable Speaker. Improved roads also enable easier movement of goods, agricultural produce, forest products, and essential services. Honorable Speaker, perhaps one of the most significant milestones announced during the celebration was the opening of the 100,000 capacity pine nursery in Vunisea for the Fiji Pine Trust. This is a major strategic investment. The nursery will ensure a stable and sustainable supply of pine seedlings for reforestation programs across locked out areas and new plantation zones throughout Kandavu. This investment strengthens the sustainability of Fiji's forestry value chain. It supports long-term resource availability, future harvesting cycles, and sustained employment opportunities. More importantly, Honorable Speaker, it ensures that replanting keeps pace with harvesting activities. Honorable Speaker, I must also highlight the government's allocation of a further 2.5 million to support pine operations in Kandavu, specifically for the subsidization of barging services to transport harvested pine logs from Kandavu to Fiji Pines processing facilities in Lotoka. This allocation is a critical intervention that directly addresses one of the major operational constraints faced by the forestry sector in Kandavu, namely the high cost and logistical challenges of maritime transport. By easing the cost of barging operations, Honorable Speaker, government is ensuring that harvested logs can be moved efficiently and consistently to market, thereby sustaining the continuity of logging and processing activities. Honorable Speaker, the positive impacts of this support are significant. It will strengthen the viability of pine harvesting operations in Kandavu, improve returns to landowners and communities involved in the pine industry, create and sustain employment opportunities, and stimulate economic activity across the island. Furthermore, Honorable Speaker, it will support Fiji Pine's downstream processing operations in Lautoka by ensuring a reliable supply of raw materials, while at the same time contributing to rural development and income generation for the people of Kandavu. Honorable Speaker, this investment reflects government's continued commitment to supporting the forestry sector as a key driver of economic growth and livelihood opportunities, particularly for our maritime communities. Honorable Speaker, while Kandavu was the focal point of the International Day of Forest celebration, the impact is national in scope. The event highlighted the role of forestry in contributing to Fiji's broader economic agenda. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is now moving beyond traditional raw log production. We are now actively supporting value addition, sustainable processing, and climate-smart forestry initiatives. This aligns directly with Fiji's national development priorities. Honorable Speaker, the International Day of Forest celebration also had an important social impact. Students, youth groups, and landowners, including women groups and traditional leaders, actively participated in the program. This strengthens awareness and community ownership of forestry initiative. The involvement of schools is especially important. It ensures that the next generation understands that forests are not only environmental assets, but also economic resources that must be protected and sustainably managed. The message delivered to students during the event was clear. Forestry is nation building. Honorable Speaker, during the week of engagements in Kandavu, our team also met with landowners in Nambukelevu and Nakasaleka with the shared intention of protecting Mount Washington in Nambukelevu and Mount Nambutumbutu in Nakasaleka. These are only two cloud forests in Kandavu, and they hold immense environmental significance. Honorable Speaker, they play a vital role in protecting water cycles, safeguarding biodiversity, and sustaining important ecosystem services for communities and future generations. This demonstrates that we are not only harvesting pine for economic development, but we are also balancing development with the protection of our ecosystem. Honorable Speaker, their protection reflects our commitment to sustainable forestry, environmental conservation, and climate resilience. Honorable Speaker, I also wish to highlight that 3 teams comprising officers from Fiji Pine Trust and the various divisions within the Ministry of Forestry conducted a 3-day awareness program across 20 villages in the districts of Sanima, Yale, Nadeva, Nakasaleka, and Nambukelevu. These teams visited communities identified as areas where our outreach on tree planting and general forestry programs had been limited. Through direct information sharing and engagement with our NUA, new opportunities were created for the expansion of pine schemes, stronger community development, and replanting of degraded lands. Honorable Speaker, the International Day of the Forest 2026 celebration in Kandavu was a major success. Its impact was tangible, measurable, and deeply aligned with the theme Forests and Economies. Kandavu has shown what is possible when communities, government, and stakeholders work together. The Minister of Forestry, Honorable Speaker, remains committed to building on this momentum and ensuring that forestry continues to contribute meaningfully to Fiji's economic and sustainable development agenda. Nakawale, Honorable Speaker, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak.
I thank the Honorable Bainivalu, the Minister for